We'll get that. We'll get that taken care of, though. We'll figure out what it is.
Okay, I will. I'll move there.
That's just with your warhammer, right? Or is it with your battle axe?
I switched it. I put my warhammer away and started using my battle axe, thinking that and this time it did it as well. So.
Okay. All right. So there you go. You move up, Varys. Is Varys gonna finish off this last dastardly kobold? I think he might. That's a hit. Very nice. You do a total of 8 damage, which is actually how many hit points he had left. He is out and incapacitated. You guys are out of combat.
I'll do a 1-point lay on hands on Omi to stabilize him.
Okay.
As I'm coming to, I say, no forks, spoons.
Nice. Alright, so Omi, you're back. I imagine you probably stand up as well. You're not restrained any longer. Alright, so you guys are out of combat. Now, the boat that was coming up on shore was just literally obliterated. The kobolds are basically kobold kebabs laying all over the beach and in the water. The scene around you is actually starting to die down as, you know, a lot of the traps as you guys get up to the main part of the village. You can see that there are several of these creatures that are, you know, held up in the traps. Many of them are inside of the ditch that's around. They're all snagged in fish hooks. They are hanging in the trees from the net that is in the trees. And one weird thing that you notice are the villagers. They've actually there are quite a few dead villagers. And there are, you know, dead kobolds and human bandits. Well, these pirates, they are kind of, you know, spread out all over the place. Well, several of the villagers are basically enjoying a feast off of the kobolds or the bandits. They're literally eating them as they lay dead.
Nice.
Thank you, Enjoyer. Take it easy. Have a good night.
Good place to raise kids.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for the follow.
What happened,
Yeah.
Cal?
Well, the kids are doing it as well.
I guess they're tired of fish.
Yeah, the kids are doing it as well. So as about another 10-15 minutes goes by, you know, things calm down. There's really no other threat left. Both of the palisades are trashed. You know, you see remember the swinging pendulums by the palisades? They have a couple of kobolds stuck to them from smashing them. And it's, you know, these villagers were eating basically kobolds and pirates. And you can see that a lot of this, now that, you know, the rain has been going on, lots of fighting, there's a lot of this sort of like it's like a makeup that they put on to make it look like that they were spectral. And you had detected that before the actual fight had started. And there's all kinds of these little puddles of this phosphorus, you know, paint that's glowing in the mud. So the villagers, the crones, you know, they go back to the fire. The lemur, he points towards Alberto and he says, "It is your time, Alberto. You know what you need to do." And the lemur just kind of disappears and, you know, goes into like this liquid gel that just disappears in one of the puddles. And it's sort of like a sense of quietness around. And, you know, Elisanda, she's back to you, Marcus, and she's like, all of a sudden you feel her clinging on your leg. And she said, "I'm sorry, but I was scared." So what are you guys doing? Sorry about that.
What
Check
happened,
to
Cal?
It looks like you got shot by one of the kobolds that was firing from range with a sort of a stone contraption bolt thing.
Yeah, and you guys look like hell. All of you guys all look like you've been through hell. They've got a couple.
I think one of the toughest fights with them.
See you, Enjoyer. Thank you, man.
I've
I wanna
ever encountered.
Yeah,
I wanna
don't
check the
feel so
bodies.
good.
see if there's any indication of where they came from.
I feel rough as houses.
Well, that's good that you mentioned that, Varys, because they have several of the pirates tied up and bound under one of the pavilions. And the crones say, "If you seek answers, you should talk to them." And they all said that in like unison, and then they all pointed over towards the pirates. And these pirates, you know, they've all that makeup is kind of wore off of their face, still on their clothes and whatnot, but it's wore off of their face. And then, you know, they were wearing like bone mask and whatnot. They've all been stripped off.
Well, at least we got a boat to get back to Flanning after we finished here.
Well, I go up to those 3 that they got tied up, and I said, "Who do you
Don't
work
kill us!
for?
Don't kill us! Don't kill us! We'll talk! We'll talk!
Who do you work for?"
We work for this crazy young man. His name is Ixis. He's part of some cult that worships. I think it's the cult of the dragon, and he basically took us from our villages. We did not want to fight these people, but he told us he would kill us if we didn't. Just let us go. That's all we ask. We were sent here to gather up all kinds of magical items and magic and any potions, any kinds of tomes, any kind of books, and bring them back to Ixis. He is a connoisseur of lore, and that's what he wanted us to do. We were supposed to take all of these people captives and bring them back to the longboats that we have, which is offshore in the fog. I'll even show you where they're at. Ixis is on one of the ships. He's got to be stopped. He's a madman.
And I talk to
Okay.
the others. Should we go let them show us where he is?
We're in no shape for any more fights tonight.
Omi's curled up into a ball, petting his spoon, saying, "If I don't make it, I'll miss you."
Curled up in a fetal position or something.
I want to check the other bodies though while I'm at it. I want some of that goo or whatever they put on their blades.
Yeah, we need to get rid of this poison effect. It's not good.
Yeah, the poison eventually goes off. You know, it's only lasted just a couple of minutes on
Is
you.
Alberto still around as well?
Let's see. Let's get rid of the bless that's gone. So yeah, basically you guys are out of combat. The captive tells you that they're supposed to be back in several hours, and as you're interrogating these guys, they start to talk about this statue of a Dracolish that Ixis uses, and this is how he controls everyone, all of the sailors on the boat. And he says that this Dracolish, it probes the mind of whoever he uses it on, and it forces them to answer all of the questions. It's horrible. It feels like a knife is being run through your eye socket. It's just, it feels horrible. It even made me go insane for a little while. Oh, I do not deserve to live. I've killed so many men, women, and children. Oh. So what do you guys think?
I think we need to try and stop him from causing any more terror.
If they're not supposed to be returned for several hours, I think we should take that opportunity to rest and then let them lead us back to Ixis.
Yeah, I agree. Quick, short rest.
All right. You guys definitely have the time to take an uneventful short rest for 1 hour. So you guys can go ahead and do that. All right. And then we'll... Alberto, he tells you that he needs to take care of something that has needed to been taken care of for quite some time. He shakes all of your hands and he says, "Please help save the village, and please kill this Ixis. But I will not see you again. And he kind of like nods his head to you. And then he goes over to the fire pit, speaks to the crones, you know, embraces the crones, and then he walks off into the dark forest. So what's up, guys? What are you doing? You said you wanted to loot the corpses and whatnot?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
We're gonna say that there's a total of another 100 gold. And would you guys like to split that with the villagers, or would you just like to bogart it all to yourself? Because they're looking through the
Bogart, the
corpses
villagers
as well.
gave up their souls to Timid.
All right. So that's basically what you tell them. You guys don't deserve this. We've saved your village, or what?
Yeah, should we just say the leader guy?
He walks off
There's
into
a
the
Timmy
dark
saving
forest. All right. So we'll add a little bit more to the villagers are a little disappointed that they did not get any shares of the spoils, even though they had some of the villagers die in the assault.
Well, they
worry,
got
guys.
free food.
I'll give you a free show later.
Oh, they're all excited about that spoon show. All of a
And
sudden,
they've got loads of food to eat for a while.
a bathhouse is up now that you're back in town. There's a bathhouse there. I don't know where it came from, but there's a bathhouse there now. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so let's go ahead and now. Even Elisanda, she is trying to tell you to help save the people of the village. So you guys are, you know, these guys, these, you know, prisoners that you were interrogating. They're going to take you offshore, show you where the ship is, and you know, he says Ixus has more pirates and more kobolds on the ship. So you guys get an hour rest. You get all healed up. That's where we're going to end for tonight.
I have
You
one more
guys
question.
have sure.
That guy that was throwing flask. Was there any more flask?
There was, and I'm getting that in just a second.
Oh, okay.
So yep, there were two flasks. You guys have had alchemist fire already, right? So you guys
I'm
know
not
what
sure
the alchemist fire is. Well, you have an hour to identify it anyway. So it's basically a sticky fluid that's in a flask, and when you throw it as an action, you can throw it up to 20 feet and it shatters. You have to make a range attack against a creature, and then on a hit, the target will take 1d4 damage, and they get to do a dexterity check to extinguish the flames, but not on the first round, after every one of their other turns. And then they take more damage as the rounds go on. So if they decide to use their action and extinguish the flame, they can, but if they don't, they'll continuously take more fire damage every round. So, but there's 2 flasks of alchemist fire that was on that shaman. There's a suit of studded leather. There's a suit of leather armor. There is also a suit, 2 suits of studded leather, and just a bunch of short swords and daggers and crossbow and stuff. So, all right. So, who wants the alchemist fire? Everybody's got 60 gold apiece as well.
I'll take one of the alchemist fire.
Okay.
I could take one since I tend to hang back in combat.
Okay. So we'll give one to Omi. There you go. Did it show up on your sheet? In fact, I'm just going to do it the right way to do it. Alright, so there you go. You guys got Alchemist Flask now. Now let's do some experience, shall we? You guys will like tonight. Alright, so for tonight, you guys are going to get another 300. So that'll be a total of 1,500 divided. So we'll award that. There you go. Everybody got 300. Now for the other special encounter, let's see. Wow. You guys are really going to like this. Alright, so you guys will also get another 365 for the kobolds. Alright, so you also get 3 more days of downtime, no renown, and tonight's game is DDEX1-3, and this is part 4, Bump in the Night. And, oops.
So do you say 3 days?
Yep.
Downtime again.
3 days of downtime, yep. And you got Bump in the Night, part 4, there you go. And thanks for playing, guys. Good job tonight, by the way.
Cheers, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Really good.
Yeah. Alright, thanks for playing. And we'll continue on with Tyranny of Dragons in 2 weeks.